Wally George here with you, your fearless leader, and I'm glad to see you. You know, uh, I began my career in radio because when I began my career, I was 14 years old, and there was no television, and so I had to go into radio whether I liked it or not. So. I started in radio, and I was proud to be in radio because back in those days, radio was really a wonderful thing and had wonderful, decent programming. And back in the 40s, they had all the big stars like Bob Hope and Jack Benny and Red Skelton and all the others were all on radio because television still had not come along until the 50s when Uncle Milty started it all. But when I was in radio back in the old days, it really was something to be proud of. Nowadays, it is not something to be proud of. Radio broadcasting has deteriorated into such a horrifying, sickening, and disgusting and immoral thing that I'm ashamed of it when I think back to my days in radio. Every radio station, even KABC, which used to be the most decent, moral station, talk station on the air, has slipped into this talking about sexual, embarrassing, disgusting subjects, and it seems like one talk station after another wants to get dirtier than the next one. So one gets dirty, the next gets dirtier, the next gets dirtier than that. And they say any kind of words they want to say. They say filthy words, which I will not say here, certainly. They continuously talk about sex. And then you get to the rock stations on radio today. You get to KISS FM and K-Rock, and you get to KLOS, and all of these rock stations that people my daughter's age, 12 years of age, listen to. And they talk about sex, and they say filthy words on the air, and kids 11, 12, 13 are listening. They say, of course, when you tell them, oh, you shouldn't listen to those stations. And like I was driving in the car the other day, and I had one of those rock stations on, and that my daughter listens to. She just turned 12, and this guy on the air was so dirty and saying such filthy things. I said, I want you to turn that off. And she said, but Dad, I want to hear the music. And I said, but they aren't just playing music, Holly. They're saying filthy things.
The music is four-letter word all the way too.
That's right. Hoshi is just reminding me that not only the conversations between the music, but in these rock lyrics, they are saying the four-letter words and all the way through, over and over and over again, and talking about sex and all that stuff. So it's in the music, and it's in the introduction, it's in the conversations of the disc jockeys. So radio has gone down the toilet, literally, and I would like to flush it, to tell you the truth. And I think it is time, and I want to send a note to George W. Bush. I think it is time for the Federal Communications Commission to step in and clean up radio. Not to mention a lot of the television shows as well. And cable isn't even looked after at all. the Federal Communications Commission should also regulate cable. Broadcasting in general has become disgusting and sickening and very, very bad, very dangerous for our young kids to be taking in day after day after day. I say the government has got to step in and do something fast. We're going to take a little break. Don't forget the Wally George newsletter. Only $20 for 12 issues, and you should subscribe. You'll love it. 12 issues, one every month. Send cash, check, or money order to Wally George, P.O. Box 4942, Garden Grove, California, 92842, and be a subscriber. You'll be proud to be a subscriber to the Wally George newsletter. Now we're going to take a little break and come right back. Jeff Bingham, my fine director and editor, has picked out some outrageous moments from the past 19 years of my hot seat show. Stay